truly believe that there is power in being vulnerable and telling people when you need help and when you want help. That is not shameful. So yeah, I shared that I can't carry a child. Yeah, I shared I have bipolar. Fuck off. That's what and I really want to be an advocate for women, and that's why I share. That's why I like to be honest, because everybody's going through something.
Yep.
I don't have it all put together. I'm not whatever. I'm me, and that's all I can be. So do not ever let anyone tell you that you are not a good person.
There are moments when the world of celebrity feels like a never-ending soap opera, full of cryptic messages, viral videos, and millions of fans eagerly dissecting every move. Over the past week, the internet has been set ablaze once again, this time by a viral video featuring Hailey Bieber and the subsequent response from none other than Selena Gomez. But what's really going on beneath the surface of these headlines? Why are fans so invested? And what does Selena's latest statement reveal about her journey and her mindset? Let's take a deep dive into the drama, the speculation, and perhaps most importantly, Selena's powerful message about carving her own path. It all began with a short, seemingly innocuous video clip posted by Hailey Bieber. In it, the model and entrepreneur spoke candidly about the realities of motherhood, declaring, "Being a mother is not easy. To push a human out of your body, people don't talk about how hard it really is." On its own, the video might have simply been seen as a relatable moment for new mothers everywhere. But in the hyper-connected world of social media, nothing exists in a vacuum. Fans of Selena Gomez, ever vigilant and always ready to read between the lines, quickly began speculating. Was Hailey's message a subtle jab at Selena? Was it a response to ongoing rumors? Or perhaps an attempt to assert her own narrative in the face of relentless public scrutiny? Within hours, social media platforms were flooded with reactions, memes, and heated debates. To understand why this moment became such a flashpoint, it's important to look back at the complicated history between Selena Gomez, Hailey Bieber, and Justin Bieber. For years, fans have pitted the two women against each other, often framing them as rivals in a love triangle centered around Justin Bieber, Selena's ex and Hailey's husband. Both Selena and Hailey have repeatedly tried to shut down rumors of animosity, but the internet has a long memory. Every interaction, whether real or perceived, is magnified under the social media microscope. It's a dynamic that has taken a toll on both women, subjecting them to waves of criticism, speculation, and at times, outright harassment. For days after the video went viral, Selena Gomez remained quiet. In the past, she has often chosen to disengage from public drama, preferring instead to focus on her music, acting, and philanthropic work. Her silence, however, only fueled further speculation. Was she hurt? Was she planning a response? Was there more to the story than what fans could see? This silence was not just absence, it was anticipation. In a world where celebrities are often expected to respond instantly to every controversy, Selena's decision to wait spoke volumes. It suggested a level of maturity and self-possession that stood in stark contrast to the whirlwind of online chatter. When Selena finally broke her silence, it wasn't with a clapback or a veiled insult. Instead, she chose to address the situation head-on, but in her own way. "I want to be on my path," Selena said in a candid social media post. "I'm not competing with anyone out there." With these words, Selena reframed the entire conversation. She wasn't interested in fueling a feud or responding to perceived slights. Instead, she emphasized her commitment to her own journey, one defined by self-growth, authenticity, and purpose. The reaction to Selena's statement was immediate and intense. For some fans, her words were a breath of fresh air, a reminder that it's possible to rise above the noise and stay true to oneself. Others, however, remained fixated on the drama, continuing to dissect every possible meaning behind Hailey's video and Selena's response. But for many observers, Selena's message represented something deeper, a call to stop pitting women against each other, to move beyond a tired narrative of rivalry, and to focus instead on individual paths and personal growth. Lost in the frenzy of speculation is the fact that Hailey Bieber's original video was, at its core, a reflection on the challenges of motherhood. For Hailey, who has faced her own share of criticism and public scrutiny, the journey into motherhood has been both beautiful and overwhelming. In recent interviews, Hailey has spoken about the pressure of living in the public eye, particularly as a young woman and new mother. While some interpreted her video as a subtle message aimed at Selena, others saw it as an honest attempt to connect with other women experiencing the same struggles. Hailey's experience is a reminder that, behind the headlines and viral videos, celebrities are real people, grappling with the same insecurities, fears, and hopes as anyone else. One of the most striking aspects of this story is the role played by fans and the media. In many ways, the narrative is shaped not just by the celebrities themselves, but by the millions of people who follow their every move. Theories are spun, alliances are formed, and minor incidents are blown out of proportion, all in real time, and often with little regard for the actual feelings of those involved. This dynamic raises important questions about celebrity culture, mental health, and the responsibility of both fans and media outlets. When does healthy curiosity cross the line into harmful obsession? How can we, as consumers of media, learn to separate fact from fiction and give public figures a space to live their lives without constant interference? For Selena Gomez, this moment is just the latest chapter in a remarkable journey. From her beginnings as a Disney Channel star to her evolution as a singer, actress, and entrepreneur, Selena has faced immense pressure, both from within and without. She has been open about her struggles with mental health, her battles with lupus, and the challenges of growing up in the spotlight. Through it all, Selena has consistently emphasized the importance of authenticity, kindness, and self-acceptance. Her latest statement is a continuation of that message, a reminder that true strength lies in staying true to oneself, regardless of external expectations. So, where does this story go from here? In all likelihood, the media cycle will move on and new controversies will emerge. But the underlying issues, competition, comparison, and the pressure to perform will remain. For Selena Gomez, the path forward is clear. She is focused on her own growth, her own happiness, and her own sense of purpose. "I'm not competing with anyone out there," she says, and in those words, there is a lesson for all of us. In a world obsessed with rivalry and comparison, the greatest victory is often found in simply being yourself. The saga of Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber is more than just celebrity gossip. It's a reflection of our own tendencies to compare, compete, and judge. It's a story about the power of words, the impact of social media, and the importance of choosing one's own path. As Selena steps forward with grace and confidence, she offers a powerful example, not just for her fans, but for anyone struggling to find their place in a noisy, demanding world. Her message is simple, but profound. You are not defined by the competition. You are defined by your journey, your choices, and your willingness to stay true to yourself. In a culture that thrives on drama, Selena Gomez's refusal to play the game is a quiet act of rebellion, and a reminder that sometimes the strongest statement is simply walking your own path.